Hello everybody, it's me, David Brown, with this week's Design and Dialogue. I hope you're having a great week. Today is Wednesday, and as usual, I am here to share a brief design and dialogue with you. Now, if you watched last week, I'm going to start incorporating a little bit more of my consulting practice into these designs and dialogues as we start the new year, and this is going to be the first one. Yesterday, I wrote and published a blog post called How to Lay Someone Off and Still Be Friends. And I think the topic is timely because as we wrap up the year, there have been quite a few layoffs in the industry. Architecture, just like every other industry, has its ups and downs, and we're in an unknown area, an unknown period, and there are some people being laid off. And so I think that it is a critical skill that owners, management, C-suite must have when they're laying people off, and that is how to lay somebody off and keep them friends, at least maybe an advocate for the firm, because there's always the potential to bring them back. And that's a critical thing as the market tightens. So I shared 3 tips in that blog post, and I'll share them here, on how to best navigate laying off someone or a group of people while keeping them maybe a fan of the firm, at least keeping their respect and maybe keeping them as a friend. So the first thing is you've got to listen and listen again. Communicate and communicate again. You really need to spend some time talking one-on-one with each person that's going to be laid off. Not only explaining to them why this is happening, what resources you might be providing, but also give them the chance to speak to you. Listen to what they have to say. Be respectful of their time and their questions. They're shocked, insecure, there's unknowns, they're probably angry, they're probably embarrassed. You might be all those things as well. Leave the ego aside. You know, your role as the leader manager is to set an example. So leave the ego aside and get in to that uncomfortable conversation, and just be personable. Listen to them and talk to them. Number 2 is to give them space. Now, this does not mean tell them and have them kind of remain on payroll for a week and that type of thing. I think it's important when someone's being laid off to be very precise about, this is your last day, I'll walk you out, gather your things, we can ship them to you, whatever. I don't think people need to linger after you've told them they're laid off. And so when I talk about this, I mean be communicative after the fact. Reach out to them on their personal email, send them updates, make introductions to other firm owners that you may know, but being there for them after the fact is a critical point. And the last point, and one of the most important points, is care for those that remain. This is critical. So much of our time is spent with the layoff and the consternation and who's it going to be and the uncomfortableness of having that conversation, that those that remain get left out. And they are just as concerned, angry, unknown, and nervous as anyone that's leaving the firm. So it is critical. Step 3 is critical that you maintain good communication. Talk and talk again, listen and listen again, communicate and communicate again with those that remain. Because they have questions, they have concerns as well. And the way you treat them is just as important in these trying times as how you treat somebody that you're letting go. That's it, everybody. Again, I don't expect these 3 tips to solve every problem in layoffs. That's not the point, but this is a place to start. Some thoughts to have as if you are needing to lay people off, or if you even have laid people off. Just get your mind around how to do it with respect and dignity, and keep a friend. That's it, everybody. Until next week, have a great week. I'll talk to you soon.